Timer beep, dust hanging in the air, and I ate it on the first run like a rookie. Not a malfunction, worse. I ran a normal 9mm I thought I had wired, and my hits went wide like my hands forgot how to work. A couple dudes behind me got quiet in that polite way, and that pissed me off. So I started chasing a different thing. Not best, not flattest on paper. I'm talking pistols that feel almost unreal. Recoil that doesn't match the size, speed that shows up before you earn it. Accuracy that feels like somebody moved the target for you. Same drills, same ammo, same ugly pace. If a gun didn't give me a legit what the hell moment, it didn't belong here. And one of these, I stopped mid-string and just stared at the target. Didn't make sense. That's still in my head, and I don't like what it did to my standard. Timer beep, steel ringing, and somebody behind me already running his mouth. I almost didn't even bring the Canik TP9 SFX Rival that day. Tossed it in the bag last second, like a spare tire. Ran a couple mags, and almost put it right back in the bag. Nothing there, just another 9! Then I grabbed my real pistol to finish the run, and everything got ugly. Harder recoil, slower sight return, doubles turned into 2 separate events, same hands, same lane, same ammo. Suddenly, I look sloppy as hell. That annoyed me enough to do the dumb test. Back to the Rival. And it cleaned it up like it took it personally. Flat, fast. Sights snapped back and just sat there. Even when I got lazy and started cheating the grip, it didn't punish me. It stayed honest and kept stacking hits like I didn't deserve it. I switched back again, trying to prove it was a fluke. And my main gun felt like it gained 10 pounds in a bad attitude. Mid-string, I stopped and stared at the target. Then I stared at the other pistol, like it betrayed me. Flaw, it's a big race gun type thing. Great on the line. Pain everywhere else. What came after that felt unreal in a totally different way. You know, it's just, and I didn't trust it at all. The Beretta PX4 Storm sat on the bench, and I already hated it in my head. That chunky shape, that why did they do it like that look? Felt like the kind of pistol you defend with excuses. First mag shut me up, and that's where it got weird. The recoil impulse didn't match what I was holding. It rolled instead of snapped. The gun came back on target like it had a softer gear I didn't know existed. Not smooth for a Beretta. Smooth like something was being hidden from me. And I didn't enjoy that. I got suspicious. So I tried to catch it lying. I sped up until my sight picture got sloppy. I started cheating the grip on purpose. One-hand strings, half-ass reloads. I ran it when I was already irritated and rushing, the exact way guns get exposed in real life. It kept acting calm. That bothered me more than a jam, because when a pistol shoots this well, this easily, my brain starts looking for the bill that shows up later, like there's a trade-off tucked somewhere I haven't found yet. Well, it still feels chunky and weird in the hand. Not painful, just off. I left the range still waiting for the catch. It's so plain it almost feels soulless, which is probably why it gets away with it. Here, my buddy just held the Ruger RXM out like he was handing me a stapler. No pitch, no grin, no, wait till you feel this. That's what made it worse. If it was special, he didn't act like it. I didn't even look at it that hard. Plain gun, plain vibe. I loaded it just to be polite. First string, something felt off. Not bad off. Off like the gun was keeping time for me. The sights tracked stupid clean. My cadence stayed locked even when I rushed it. It felt like I skipped the part where you earn rhythm, and it just showed up. Not flashy, not, wow, look at me. It was that quiet kind of smooth that makes you mad because you can't point to the trick. I ran another mag, then another, trying to make it feel normal, and it kept doing the same thing, staying on rails while I half-assed my grip. I handed it back like nothing happened. Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. Whole drive home, though, I replayed it over and over. That gun had no business feeling that clean. What came after that wasn't plain at all. It was the first one that made people stop and stare. Brass rolled under my boots and the air smelled like burned oil and cheap cleaner. Indoor lane, concrete walls, that sharp crack that never really leaves your teeth. 2 lanes over, some guy kept slapping his trigger like he hated his sights. I didn't say a word. I just set the Laugo Alien on the bench behind me. What the hell is that? Not even loud. Just enough to pull heads. You know that sound. Curiosity pretending it didn't care. I ran 1 slow string just to shut my own brain up. The gun barely looked like it moved. Not flat. More like it cheated the whole idea of recoil. The dude next to me stopped shooting mid-mag. Another guy drifted over like he forgot he had a lane. Let me try it. I hesitated. That pistol costs enough that every mag feels like a decision. I don't run it like a normal gun, and that's the problem. He pressed out, fired, and his face changed. His second shot came faster, cleaner. Like the pistol reached up and steadied his hands for him. Now it wasn't my reaction. Everyone else's eyes said it for me. That's the problem. It made strangers look good in public. I packed it up and walked out, feeling watched, not impressed. Dead weekday afternoon, cleaner little shop outside town, glass case half full. Quiet enough you hear the AC click. Counter guy looked like he'd already answered the same 3 questions all day, and hated all of them. I asked to see something else first, then I noticed the FN509CC Edge XL sitting off to the side like it wasn't even trying. Let me see that one too, like it didn't matter. The second it settled in my hand, I got irritated. Not because it felt amazing, because it felt already handled. Like somebody skipped the awkward stage most pistols force you through. That little moment where you're adjusting your grip, shifting thumbs, trying to convince yourself it's close enough. This one just sat there, locked in, unbothered. I handed it back fast, like that fixed it. Kept talking, nodded, pretended I didn't care. Then, a minute later, hey, can I see that again? Same feeling, same annoying, sorted out balance. And now my brain started doing math I didn't want to do. Because when a carry gun feels that composed, before you even fire it, you start thinking stupid thoughts, like maybe my whole rotation is just me tolerating problems. I walked out without buying it, still felt it in my hand on the drive, like a splinter I couldn't pull. Next one made me feel like a hero for about 10 seconds. Then it charged me for it. That Walther PDP Match SF carried like a dumb idea. Steel frame, nice lines, serious gun look, and the second I clipped it on, my belt started negotiating. Not later. Right then, it sat heavy, pulled weird, and it felt louder than it had any right to be, like I wore a billboard under a t-shirt. Quick errand turned into a little test I didn't ask for. I bent to grab something off a low shelf and felt the whole rig shift. That cold slide of Kydex moving where it shouldn't. The grip bumped my shirt, started printing, and for half a second my brain went, oh shit, don't adjust wrong. So I froze, acted normal, took 1 step to the side like I was just reading labels. Then I did the tiniest, cleanest fix I could. Not because I cared about comfort, but because I cared about not showing the whole store what I had on. Later, back on the range, it shot like it was built to embarrass lighter guns. Flat, steady, stupid, easy to keep honest at speed. It shot like a cheat code and carried like a brick that wanted attention. And Teshi last one, it didn't just shoot unreal. It rewired what fast even felt like, and it scared me a little. Back in early 2024, I bought a Staccato XC, and I hated how it looked on paper. Like I got played by reputation, like I let a price tag talk me into a personality. So I told myself I was staying objective. No fanboy crap. No best ever speech. Just shoot it and see. First time it sat in my hand, it felt too ready, too sharp. Like it was already settled before I even finished adjusting my grip. That's not comforting. That's a warning. On the line, it didn't feel like I was working with it. It felt like it was running a half step ahead of me. Trigger breaks, sights lift, sights return, and my brain was still catching up to what my finger already did. I tried to slow it down on purpose, and it didn't really slow. It just kept offering speed, like a bad deal you keep taking. That's where the almost unreal turns heavy, because once a pistol starts moving faster than your conscious decisions, you start wondering who's actually in charge of the outcome, you or the machine. And the real friction? Every mag feels like a decision with that kind of money in your hands. I left that day quieter than I showed up. Other guns didn't feel worse. They felt late. Yeah, that same pressure, same hands, same mistakes. I'm not handing trophies for vibes. I'm looking for the pistol that feels unreal and still feels honest when the pace gets sloppy and your grip goes soft. Because here's the part nobody likes. The gun that feels the best on a clean range day isn't always the one you trust when it's late. You're tired and you want boring reliability more than anything. Drop your "this didn't feel normal" pistol in the comments and tell me what drill exposed it. Not your favorite brand, the moment it surprised you. And tell me which one of these you think is fake good, the kind that runs sweet right up until it doesn't. I'm Steve. Yeah, I still don't like how easy one of these felt.